Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson share happy moments while hanging out together. They were not expected to be there. A small coastal town in southern Italy, where the phone service was down for half the day and the night sky was devoid of city lights. The beach was deserted, save for the gentle lapping of the waves and the rustle of olive leaves in the wind. That afternoon, locals saw a couple in their 40s, wearing wide-brimmed hats and sunglasses, strolling along the beach. The man was composed, a little tired, but his eyes were always searching for something nearby. The woman was different, gentle, graceful, as if the sea breeze were her best friend. They were Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson. A freelance reporter who happened to be there recognized them. But instead of taking a sneaky photo, he just looked, and later wrote, "I used to think love in the entertainment world was a game. But when I saw them walking together in the sunset that day, I believed in something sincere." Days without schedule, Jamie and Dakota rented a small cabin together, nestled between the woods and the ocean. No one but them knew the address. No assistants, no bodyguards, no stylists, no shooting schedules. Just mornings sitting on the wooden steps, espresso in hand, watching seagulls soar. Dakota recounted in a video diary, which she never posted online, keeping as a souvenir. "I saw Jamie smile like a kid for the first time in years, and I thought, maybe, this is the version of him that doesn't have to put on a front for anyone." They rode their bikes to the village market to buy tomatoes, mozzarella, and artisanal bread. Dakota wore a straw hat, and Jamie always carried a small backpack with books, towels, and an old ukulele. On the other side of a divorce, of course, they knew what was going on out there. Jamie Dornan's divorce from his ex-wife had been all over the news just a week before he disappeared from the media radar. The public was divided, some sympathetic, some critical. Jamie, on the other hand, chose to stay silent. During a sleepless night, he told Dakota, "I tried to keep something that seemed like it was going to last. But sometimes, the best thing you can do is accept that it's over." Dakota didn't answer. She just took his hand, placed it on his chest, and said, "My heart is still beating, and it deserves to live." Jamie put his head on her shoulder, and for the first time in months, he allowed himself to cry. Moments no one saw. No paparazzi, no crazy fans, no flashbulbs. They were there to be themselves. Jamie cooked dinner herself, red wine pasta with roasted garlic and herbs. Dakota likes to make pancakes in the morning, and jokes. "If I weren't an actress, I'd probably be opening a bakery in Florence." They spent a rainy afternoon reading on the porch. Dakota was reading Fromm's The Art of Loving, while Jamie was writing his first screenplay. Occasionally, she would interrupt him with a romantic verse, and they would both burst out laughing. They had a starry night, where Jamie played the ukulele and sang, "Can't Help Falling in Love." Dakota quietly filmed the moment on an analog camera, with no sound, just him under the stars, smiling softly and looking at her. "Love in silence," Dakota once said in an interview, cut from the broadcast, "The greatest love is not the one you shout to the world. It's the one that stays true when no one is watching." And it was true. They didn't need to declare their love. No need to post couple photos. No need to go to the newspaper to correct. Their love is peaceful mornings together. It's a gentle smile when their eyes meet. It's a simple meal and the feeling that it doesn't have to be perfect. The last night in Italy, on the last day, they went to the beach together to watch the sunset. Jamie held Dakota's hand and said, "I'm scared. Scared that when I go back, everything will come back. The media, expectations, judgment." Dakota looked at him and replied, "You don't have to face it alone. I'm here." Jamie smiled. They hugged each other for a long time in the bright afternoon light. No need for promises, no need for vows. Just two people, finally choosing happiness, in the midst of brokenness, loss and noise. A caption that no one noticed. A week later, Dakota posted on Instagram a photo taken from behind, two bare feet walking on the sand, the red sunset in the distance. No face, no name. Just one caption: there are some happinesses that need no proof. Jamie posted a quote from Rilke, and in the end, lovers are those who keep their word in silence. Number newspaper dared to confirm that they were in love. No one had clear evidence. But fans understood, in the photos, in the eyes, in the piece, that love was present. A new life that was not perfect, but true. Jamie returned to work with an independent film he produced himself. Dakota continued to direct a small project about women and freedom of choice. Both had changed, less appearances, less interviews, but the light in them was clear more. When asked about what happened, Jamie simply said, "I don't need the world to understand. Just someone who understands, and I understand myself." Dakota, in a panel discussion at the Venice Film Festival, replied, "I'm not looking for perfect love. I'm looking for someone who can walk with me in the morning, sit next to me when it's raining, and hold my hand when no one is looking." To the fans, a year after the trip, Jamie and Dakota made a short video to their fans, not to confirm, but to thank. "We've been through a lot," Dakota said, "but what keeps us going is that we don't run away from our feelings." Jamie continued, "We're not perfect. But we choose to be together, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. No one knows exactly what we are to each other. But what they don't say speaks louder than 1,000 words of confirmation."